Oh. Yep, we've hit the mother lode. Problem is, it's a Jupiter planet. Very inhospitable. Right, very inhospitable.
Shows you in a game.
Yeah. Need some kind of video. Or I could just put up a picture.
An orbit there.
Yeah, but now we got in-game sound.
What?
It's done.
Hold on, I also have my
So we're
OBS.
gonna have a delay in the video now. How do we not do that?
There'll always be a delay, even with the audio.
Alright, there's me and you watching.
Yeah, I'm just in the game in a second, but I'll pop out in a minute and our eyes somewhere safe.
And the title says Empyrean 6.0 Experimental Default Gameplay.
I just updated that. No, it says Wolves Community Weekly Blog.
Playing on now.
Okay.
There we go.
Orbital trace station.
We give it a few more minutes and then we'll get started here in a second.
Are we live now, Magic?
Yes. I know I'm not Magic,
world.
but
There. That should eliminate the in-game sound.
Shall we just hold that here? Down the ship first, but yeah. I know, we took some hits, didn't
we definitely got some interesting stuff and interesting topics today. I can't wait to actually get started here in a minute. Right now we have only you, the chat room, viewer list. Weird.
we? Yeah, I'm not in yet.
Inquisitors. How's it going, buddy?
Banks is back. This way. Got nothing to do.
Playing an ad.
Yeah, it looks like I fixed my video issue, at least.
Yeah.
It's not giving me the, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I can't process all these massive frames per minute.
Yeah. Right, next is just one planet.
Remember when we start talking and doing our blog here, we are not going to be talking in-game and anything while you're in there. Got to stay focused on our topics.
We will be. We will
Why is he
be.
talking like a fucking Frenchman? That's what I want to know.
I think maybe he got into a little bit of your cigarette there, Dream.
Maybe just a little bit. It happens, you know.
But I'm checking one more planet and then I'll be off.
We are
How
live
long until we
streaming,
start,
so.
guys?
We're already live.
Yeah, we're already live, guys.
We're already talking.
Free weekly podcast, faff.
All right, well, I guess we can go ahead and get started here. All right, guys, welcome to the Wolves Community Weekly Blog. Our first ever blog that we're going to put together for our community and you viewers out there. Mainly, we're going to be talking about Imperial Galactic Survival. We'll be talking about 7 Days to Die and other games that we play and what's going on, update news and things like that with the servers and what goes on a daily basis. So, welcome. Glad you guys decided to join us today. Just a couple things that are going on with the servers right now is we've been working on the movie quite a bit, so that's kind of pushed us back when it comes to our daily content a lot because we've been recording an awful lot as a large group trying to put time together for all of us to be on at the same time to be able to record these movie scenes so we can put this movie out for you guys. So that's really been putting a damper down on the daily recordings of things. We've also been working on the new 6.0 server. The new map in the solar system is set up like that. You can imagine me and Magic been working on that on a daily basis, and we've got the biggest migraines. We thought used to think our kids did it to us, but no, this is worse.
Oh man, I was dreaming about super planets last night.
You too? Oh man. One of the things
You
that we're
guys
doing.
and your fantasies.
one of the new things we're working on is we decided to manipulate the planets a little bit. So we're actually making our playfields a little different than even you guys have probably seen in other servers and other games. Is the main central planets in the playfields in the center at the 000 marker are actually double the size of the normal planets. They have massive gravity, so they're like Jupiter. Okay? So we have our main resources are going to be on these Jupiter kind of planets that are just devastating. Radiation, acid rain, radiation fog, the fire meteors or whatever they're called will be falling all the time. It's just miserable. The sky's always dark. It's just a nightmare world. But it's gonna be, it's amazing. We've been playing with it. We were playing with it all day yesterday too, and they're turning out to be quite awesome. So we're definitely gonna go that way. And then you'll have the regular planets in orbit around those as satellites, as the moons to the Jupiter planet that's orbiting the sun.
Yeah, there was a spot in the playfield YAML that said "Do not touch," so of course I had to touch it.
Yep. So and we found that it still works. Hey. So we can actually go crazy, and we did. So as you can see, we custom making our planet, so that's another reason why it takes us so long to get our servers maps set up in the beginning, and we're trying to make sure all this stuff is done, including the movie, by the release of 6.0. But it might not be on the day of the release. It might actually be a week afterwards at this point. So right now we got the server set up, so we got the Defenders versus the Invaders scenario running. So everybody's on there playing with that one until we can finish doing the map. And then we'll get back to our normal daily gameplay and our normal daily release of the videos on what's going on in the server and our daily lives playing EGS. So that's basically the news on what's been happening so far with that disastrous mess that me and Magic have broken repeatedly.
Yeah.
One thing that Magic found, and that it seems to be a really good tool that the developers have given to people to use, is I think it's called EPD. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Magic? Let us know how that works.
Well, it's a creation tool for you to set up playfields. So if the massive jumble of YAML that makes up a playfield gets confusing, or if you're like me and just need something to double check your work or to quickly implement something, it gives you an interface that you can actually go on to and click and add certain things. So that way you're not just fumbling over yourself and going cross-eyed over the massive amounts of text in a YAML file. And it sets up the parameters too. Like a YAML file doesn't tell you what the maximum value you can have of something, but this EPD does. So you can have there's some variables that only go up to say 30, where there's other ones that go up to 30,000, and the EPD tells you that. YAML files, not so much. And I'm actually beginning to find out that a lot of the scenarios, I think some of the Defender ones, or no, I'm sorry, Dawn of Galaxy. A lot of their playfields were generated from EPD. So if you load one up, you look at the top of the file, it'll say this playfield was created by EPD, and it'll give a version.
Which I think is pretty cool because I'm so used to using the YAMLs and doing it myself by hand, but that actually helps to make it so it actually works a lot smoother, and you know it works because it tells you you can do this or you can't do that.
There are some things in it though that it will let you do that you really can't do, and I'm beginning to find out too that a lot of the especially the 6.0.12 release playfields, they're really finicky. Like if you change too much or you tweak just something a little out of place, then it will let you play the game and it'll go all the way through until you load that playfield, then it'll start popping up with errors. And the bad thing is when you look at the code, it doesn't tell you where in the playfield it messed up.
Yeah, it just gives you the quit to mail error, and then it just gives you which log it is, so you can mail it in and let somebody else give a week before they give you a response to tell you what it is.
Right. But yeah, I mean it's a pretty good tool. I tried the random setting yesterday, and it generated a pretty interesting playfield that wouldn't load because there was a couple values that were just way too radical for it, and it's like I don't even know what to do with this. So.
Well, at least it's been a big help for us, at least when it comes to working on the files and stuff like that. You'll be able to just implement them in there and see how it works, and we don't have to stress out like we did when we were working on the 5.5 maps. That was just insane.
Oh, exactly. And it's pretty quick too. I mean, I save it right into the scenario folder to where I can just load it right in the game, and see if the changes that I made work, if it looks good. And it gives you a list too. Like if you're creating a POI, it'll give you a list of all your POIs that are loaded, and you can pick and choose from those POIs to put into the game, instead of having to guess what the group name is and try to type it in and implement it that way.
So you guys should definitely like to play with your planets and try something new. You should definitely get yourself the EPD program and use that if you don't know what you're doing with the YAML files, because one will save you a lot of time of trying to figure out how things work. Two, you'll actually be able to use it and learn. And like the way I did it the hard way, by putting in and changing variables and then waiting to tell the game to load and it says quit and mail. Yeah, that's not a lot of fun.
So I had shied away from the program for a while because on the 5.5 server, I had used that for a couple of the playfields, and it deleted the decimal point in a couple of the variables. So we had like the decorations. We had just this massive wall of trees and this massive field of rocks, and it would do like 27 per area of a certain object, and the planets were impassable. You couldn't even fly an HV through it. But in the new versions, it looks like they corrected that. Uh-oh, did we lose Wolf?
Oh, sorry, muted my
Oh.
mic. Well, on the other side of things, what are you guys feeling about 6.0 so far? What do you like what the devs have been putting into the game, and what works, what doesn't work, what do you like, what don't you like, things like that?
Hell, I'm loving 6.0 in the sense of there's a lot more that you need to take into consideration. Jumping onto some of these planets it's unfathomable where like you've got to now think about the temperature and what's good for you with the suit that you're wearing, radiation.
User
It
joined
really
your channel.
has made a complete massive difference to how I look at how I play the game. Love it.
Hey guys.
What about you, Dream? Hey, Lord Jericho, how's it going, brother?
Not too bad. Just got off work.
For those of you guys out there that don't know, that's Lord Jericho. He has been around for a long time. He's just getting in with us, and he'll be joining the conversation. Right now, we're discussing what we feel about 6.0, what we like, what we don't like, and stuff like that. What do you like so far about 6.0?
Me, I just can't wait for it, really. The new challenge, just can't wait. Game's been too easy so far. With all the radiation and sickness and all that we're gonna get, I can't wait.
Oh yeah, stepping up on that topic. Radiation in this game so far, yeah, it makes it a bit of a threat. You've got to think about what suit you're in, what suit you're in. You can't just run out there and grab stuff from space like you used to. For example, go up into space, blow some drones apart. All of a sudden, you need a suit with 3 EVA patches on it so you can go out your ship into space. Otherwise, you're toast. So
Yes, it's very cold in space.
It is very cold in the space car, yeah.
I found it very hot space. It was 700 degrees Celsius. I'm there going, oh, heat stroke in space. What?
I did the 20 death dance in space there. Early on, I died picking up the contents of a drone, and it took me 20 deaths to recover my backpack, get everything onto the ship, and then get back onto my ship and fly away.
I feel your pain.
Oh, that brings back nightmares of earlier patches.
I got a low death count for a reason, you know.
What about the trader NPCs? What do you guys feel about that?
Personally, I haven't actually made contact with them yet. I've been focusing more on the planets and stuff.
I like them.
I think it's a great addition.
Me and Magic were testing out his live streaming yesterday, and we found out that you can't kill NPCs. The moment you shoot them, you're dead, like instantly. Every one of them just turns and shoots you, and they all act like stiff cardboard dummies, like you see in the windows wearing the suits and stuff they're selling in the shops. They all get stiffened up, and their guns are pointed at their hips, and you just die instantly. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's only the traders. Like if you shoot a regular NPC, they're just deco blocks. They're not actual like interactive, non-player characters. They're literally just an animated deco block. But the traders and the bodyguard, I took one out this morning during my live feed, and because I spawned into a planet, no survival constructor, nothing to start off with basically, except for a pistol and some ammo. So I was playing around in the trade station where I would peek in, shoot a couple times, and then duck away, and I actually took one out. It's just that they're using laser rifles, and they're very, very, very accurate.
Axes all over again, but good versions.
The
That's
one thing
great.
I have noticed is while we were building the excuse me, the YAML files for the POIs is that you guys might want to hear this. That if you go to a POI, you'll get either just nothing but minigun Xenus, or you'll get rocket Xenus only. Well, it's because inside the YAMLs there is only those specific one. So I noticed that you have to add them if you want different varieties of Xenu to fight. You have to add those to the drone-based file. So when you've got, let's say we'll use a coup as an example. You got the drone base there, and you go and you're only getting minigun Xenus on the drone base. It's because you need to add the Xenu rocket launcher and the Xenu laser rifle ones into the file in order for them to actually start coming in.
Ah.
That's just something I noticed yesterday while we were messing with the files, and I was looking at all the bases, and all we had everywhere was just the minigun.
That's
We had
interesting.
nothing else, and it was annoying. So if you're experiencing that problem where you're only having one type of Xenu in all of your POIs, that's the reason why. On the other side of that, what do you guys feel about the weapon upgrade system? Like that it actually has durability now.
I quite like it.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
I like
It is a good idea.
I like the durability. The upgrade though, I don't know. I haven't messed with it too much. I just wish I could have the debug assault rifle in game.
You get to repair
No.
the weapons.
No.
No, I'm sorry, but I'm against that too. A 10,000 damage assault rifle is pathetic.
With infinite ammo that you can literally blast out the bottom of a POI in a couple seconds. Yeah, no, it's
And what was that? 1,000-meter range? Now, a sniper rifle
Yeah.
honestly should have 1,000-meter range. It really should in this game. If they don't
That's
give the
true.
sniper rifle the range that it's supposed to have, then it makes it a pointless weapon. I've noticed that myself, and I'll admit I'm the guy that plays with a sniper rifle in the game. I like my high damage one-shot weapon, but if you could see the character through your scope, through a sniper rifle, on the other side of a lake, you should be able to hit in that range. It should be the only weapon with that range. Otherwise, you might as well just use a laser rifle or an assault rifle.
True.
Because they have the same distance, basically, on every atmosphere and every planet and gravity and whatever. Doesn't matter. Because the
Laser.
effective range seems to stay the same as well.
I agree with that 100%.
I mean, that is one complaint that I have, is that it's a sniper rifle. They should let us use it as a sniper rifle. You should have that one guy out there somewhere that you're actually worried about shooting you because you can't see him in your little radar yet.
And the radar's approximately, what, 300 meters?
Give or take, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
know.
somewhere around there. One other bit of news about the upcoming server gameplay that we've got going on is that we're going to be having to build mining bases in order to mine the deposits in order to boost the economy running more. So we're not going to have the main resources mineable by HVs and stuff like that anymore. You're going to have to build a mining facility, put down your mining auto miners, and actually manufacture. You're going to have a manufacturing plant up and running, making resources. So it should add an interesting twist to our server when 6.0 comes out. Especially when it comes to our Jupiter-sized planets that we built and the gravity and the hellish nightmare that it is.
Now, is
That's
that
the way we're setting it up. No, go ahead.
is that restriction only on the Jupiter-sized planets?
There will be certain planets that we can actually mine on, is the way we're leaning it to. So you like your home worlds, you're not going to want to mine out your iron. It would be just stupid. What's the point of staying there then? So all homeworlds will have iron and magnesium on them, and that's where your main production is going to happen for your factions, all of them. And then the Jupiter-sized planets will have the main resources that we also use, which is cobalt, sathium, gold, pentaxid, and stuff like that to be mined off of all those. And those will be restricted to that point where you have to have a mining facility, same just like you would want to on your homeworld. The rest of them, however, I think we might allow those to be mined out and reloaded if need be. So I don't think we'll have restrictions on those planets, but the restriction will still stand. If you want to keep the deposits and be able to keep producing it, you're not going to want to mine it out. Otherwise, you're not going to have it. Otherwise, the other thing we might do is make it so you can have your mining facility in order to mine on the planet. It gives you the mining rights because you've claimed that planet for your faction because you built your base. And then allow asteroids to fall at a certain percentage so you can still go around and mining with your hover vessel.
Right.
We might do it in that aspect, which I've been leaning more towards that myself this past week since we've been talking about it. But yeah, I think that's the direction we're heading with it as of right now. When it comes to allowing CVs on planets, it's still a big topic of debate. What do you guys feel about not allowing or allowing CVs on planets, or how should we allow them to be on planets?
CVs only in a certain size category.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you need something that can land on a planet to drop off, like an HV or whatever. But I mean, it shouldn't be some monstrous, hideous machine that is, like just
One to build.
an entire flying fortress on its own.
Yeah, you just need a CV that will drop hovers, get out, use it as a drop ship rather than a base.
Yeah,
Right.
like something the size of like a gunboat or something like that.
Something that's about size 2 or 3 at most. Anything bigger than that, and it starts to get silly. Or you could have it up to, 5 really, because if you're going to drop off a full battalion of tanks, as it were, you're going to still need a decent sized CV to drop. But I think that's where the balance needs to be sorted out.
I agree with that because if you're invading a planet, you're not going to come down with one hover tank. You're going to come down with like 4 or 5 of them, and then you're going to go and just start a massive war with whoever's there because you want to come down with a strong enough force to survive. So I think we'd have to go with something that can hold at least 4 hover tanks.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, then that takes away your logistics problem.
Well, attacking a planet is different than landing in your home planet.
Well, I think on the homeworlds,
So
I don't think we'll have any restrictions on any of the homeworlds at all. You can build to your heart's consent, land your CV on the planet at a starport for all I care. There will be no restrictions when it comes to that kind of stuff on the homeworlds. And one, it'll look awesome if we have an invasion of somebody else's homeworld and they got their massive cities built and their CVs are all landed down on the planet, and next you know it, you're all under fire and you got all these CVs taken off. I think it'll look amazing. So I think that'd be an awesome thing to do.
There's a lot of different planets though where the gravity is so huge now that if you were to take a CV down to the planet, that should be seen as you're not going to get your CV back off of the planet, and that's almost fair to say, because I think it should be a case that some CVs shouldn't go down with some of the sizes that we've created in the past.
Well, the way the Jupiter planets are set up, it's kind of like that. You go down with an oversized CV, you're not getting back off that planet. Trust me. We're even going to be allowing Promethium, 1 node of Promethium on the planets. So if you have a mining facility running, you can actually run it off of that Promethium mine that you set up, and you can use that fuel for your ships because you'll run out of gas before you hit orbit. I guarantee you. I mean, if let's say the freighter that we built, the MK4 that me and you built, Dream. Yeah. If we took that one on that planet and we tried to get off, we'd get halfway up and run out of gas.
Yep.
So there's no way anybody's going on those planets with oversized vessels like that. You'll be ferrying things with the drop pods and stuff like that for sure. I definitely agree with the whole limitations of the oversized CVs going on planets and only having drop ships for planetary entry of CVs. We will definitely be implementing turret limits a little harsher than we did before. It was just insane.
As much as it's beautiful, it does kind of drain the server so quickly.
Tell me about it. So it's going to be more along the lines of, depending on the size of the ship, small ones, maybe having only 1 artillery turret and 4 rocket launchers on it, and then that would be like a gunboat-sized ship. Then, if you go bigger than that, we'll say like the Grendel-sized ship will maybe have 2 artillery cannons, 6 rocket launchers, and 6 other cannons of some type, flak guns, laser turrets, whatever. So it'll be a lot harsher limitations than it was before. Like, for instance, the Valkyrie will have its flat cannons, but it won't have all of those artillery cannons. It'll have maybe 4 artillery cannons on it, where in the rocket launchers there may be only 12 in total instead of the 20-odd something that's there. So we're definitely going to be basically just look at it and say you're going to cut it in half of what we did before. And I think that should help a lot when it comes to our battle scene stutters that we get while recording.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
I hope so.
And we will be
We do need to address that.
allowing the mounted guns. We are bringing them back, ladies and gentlemen. They will be back on the server. We will actually be using them on a daily basis. But the way we're going to be using them is going to be more along the lines of like a main gun. So in order to put them on your ship, you have to design them into the ship so it looks like it is a main gun of some type. So you won't see these, let's say, 6 rocket launchers sticking out of it somewhere. They'll actually be built into the ship somehow so it looks like it's one gun. So there will be some ships that'll actually have the 6 rocket launchers in it, or 6 of the laser cannons, or whatever they are, and they will be allowed to be used. The smaller ships like the gunboats and stuff will be limited to like 2 rocket launchers and maybe 4 of the laser turrets, the laser mounted weapons and things like that, but it'll all be done through an inspection at the shipyard in Wallenstein's area. So everybody will be on the same basis, same page on everything.
Like that. It gives a little bit more freedom for your build, but then at the same time, a little bit more control of your weapons while flying instead of just having to rely on your turrets. Fun to see, especially when you look back on video. But when you're flying around, just having that added little bit of extra control while you're piloting, brilliant.
I'm not gonna lie, I've actually missed the mounted guns, but they were just so broken for the longest time. Being able to use them on planets and fire out of render range and blow up bases was just ridiculous.
Oh yes.
Like in season 2.
Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, and the good news is I am bringing back the colony build. We will actually be finishing the colony build that we did on Ningus. That will be on our home world. We're going to start with that on our It won't be on the first episode. I promise you that. We got to get the materials first. But we're going to put it back on the planet, and we're going to build off of that one. Build our subway system all the way around the planet to all of our mining areas that we'll have. We'll have 4 iron nodes on our planet, just like the rest of the home world. So we'll
That's
have.
gonna take a while.
Oh yeah, but it'll be.
Can't wait.
It will be the first structure we'll put down besides our storage house, I could say. It's going to be our mining facility. We're going to find one mine, build a mining facility, work out of that to get the colony back.
And we have new starter vessels.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. I'm going to be showcasing those soon for you guys, so you can actually see the starter vessels that'll be coming up in 6.0. They're absolutely amazing. I mean, just they blow me away. I told Wallenstein one day, I'm like, yes, I need new vessels, and him and 2 of the other guys, Thor and Raleigh, got together and they all started building these ships, and they're just absolutely out of this world amazing. So every faction's got their own starting vessel that they use. And each one of them looks totally different, believe me. But they're absolutely they're immaculately amazing. You won't actually be starting with the vessels in the server. You'll actually have to get to them. You'll actually, in order to get the vessels. So you'll be starting out like you do an everyday start on a planet with your escape pod. You'll be getting your resources together to get off the planet and get over to Wallenstein shipyard where you'll actually get your ship. So you actually have the initial survival like any other gameplay, like you're playing on a single player. You have to get off the planet, you have to get to the shipyard, and then you finally get your starter CV from there.
Like that. It's like a mission-based
So
complicated survival game.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be kind of like we've been doing with the hardcore survival escape episodes we put up for Akua and Omicron, except more by ourselves. It's going to be quite difficult because the only resource we have on the planet is going to be iron and magnesium on your homeworlds, and then from there you got to go and attack POIs, get the resources you need to build your first set of ships and stuff just to get off the planet so you can get your starter vessel to get around the galaxy and actually start working. So the beginning's going to be amazing, guys. Don't miss out on that. Check out everyone's channels for those for sure, because it's just going to be an amazing first week. I just can't wait for it. Oh,
I can't wait. Really can't wait. It'll be epic.
aside from that, what else is on your minds today, guys?
Why we
Well-
make it not so with the teleporters?
Yeah,
You start on your planet and must find the teleporter to the shipyard.
no, that's too easy.
Too
Nope,
easy?
nope,
You can
too easy.
you can hide this thing.
Yeah, but all you gotta do is find it. No, you don't need a small vessel. You don't need to hover. You don't need to survive. You just have to literally find it. Nah, that's too easy.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna set it up so the only way to get to your system is to a teleporter from another planet, though.
Yeah, I know. With a small vessel, you don't can leave the system, or is it?
No, you
changed?
cannot warp. Well, no, that wouldn't work either. Shoot, because you can't warp into your system, but you can warp out of it. We're gonna have your system blocked so people can't warp in. The only way to get to your system is gonna be through a teleporter.
They must get a teleporter. Okay.
So they have to find the teleporter that actually allows them to get to your system to begin with in order to even do it. So that's the other side of the challenge. And it's going to be on the, I'm thinking we'll put them all on the one of the Jupiter class planets. So you literally have to find it and get out of there.
Oh, it's difficult.
Hey, Osmakar. I hope I said that right. And welcome.
Welcome.
We're about halfway through our blog for this week. We're just chit-chatting about Empyrean, what's been going on, the news, the new stuff that's been added into it, how we feel about it, our server setup and what we're going with it, the new planet builds and things like that. Osmakar. Got it. I will completely forget that, but that's okay. I got 4 kids, a wife, I'm brain dead. I can't even remember my own birthday.
I got one for you guys in the sense of I know that we kind of played with it around before, but looking at the video stream, how does everybody feel about the chainsaw?
I love the
Love it.
chainsaw now.
Love the chainsaw.
I love the fact that you can use that as a melee weapon and actually take over a complete POI with it. It's amazing.
It's fun, definitely fun.
We just need more seaweed magic.
Well,
Yeah, it needs to have a little bit more on the planet, Savio.
Yeah, you guys keep asking Magic for things. I'm going to start saying no to it.
if you put too much seaweed, it just becomes too easy.
Well, actually, we do need more seaweed than what's been there. It's been too little.
Searching lakes for over an hour to try and
Yes, you
find
can,
some seaweed.
Osmakar. You can absolutely run around with a chainsaw and kill things. Magic will probably demonstrate that right here on the live stream for you guys. Just so as you guys know that on my side of things, you're not seeing the live stream from Magic's video that he's got up running on the live stream right now. So you'll be seeing other clips of videos, but on his right now, he's actually running around the chainsaw killing things. I will definitely have a clip of that inside the YouTube video for you guys when I post it today. So you guys can see, if you haven't already caught the episode of us, I'll just literally taking over POIs with chainsaws during the hardcore escape from Akua missions. That was awesome.
Can't wait for a Gladiator Wars where just the only allowable weapon is a chainsaw.
Well,
Oh,
guess
that'd be
what, buddy?
amazing.
You just said what we're doing this weekend. We are going to have a Chainsaw Massacre Gladiator Wars challenge this weekend.
Yeah, good luck with that. Don't involve a tank.
And it will only happen because if Dream is there.
No, utterly
If
ridiculous.
Dream doesn't participate, it's not happening.
No, I don't know.
No, Wally won't either, because he's sensible as well.
Sensible? Are you
Damn it.
kidding me?
We build tanks and ships, and they do all the blowing up.
Yeah.
Much more fun.
The Imperium
And
is...
SVs like me.
Give me a POI.
Osmakar, the Empyrean has
From-
grown to be one of the best games that I have played in years.
Currently, I'll back you up on that one, Wolf. This game, since I started playing it, I have played no other for more than about an hour. So yeah, it's hooked me, hook, line, and sinker. I'm stuck on this game now forever.
Yeah, this is. I've been waiting for this kind of game for a long time. I've always
Me
wanted
too.
a FPS that you could actually take down structures with. And this
Yeah.
one, since all the blocks are interactive, you can blast your way through a POI and take it out or kill other members or
I dreamed from this game in the years where the computers what started the computers, and there was I dreaming all of over this game.
Yeah, a long time coming.
Yeah.
And it's
The
definitely
only
more
other
stable
game-
than Space Engineers ever will be.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, honestly, there's only two games that I stand by 100% without a doubt. That is Empyrean Galactic Survival (EGS), which we call it, and 7 Days to Die. Those are the two best games
Yeah.
that have ever been done to date. I don't care
Yeah.
about Grand Theft Auto. I don't care about Space
No.
Engineers. I don't care about Minecraft. These two together, the way that they have done them has just been everything that everybody's been dreaming of for years, and they're actually just putting together and doing it, and it's awesome. I give my hat off to the devs.
Definitely. The
Minecraft,
Imperial ones, yes.
Minecraft is for the child, and Empyrean for the grown
Adults.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
for the adults.
oh yeah.
And now that we can actually implement the CVs on our planets, and we're actually going to be on foot to start with chainsaws and a CV patrol ship flying around, it's going to be a nightmare when we start 6.0, and I'm going to love every second of it. And with the
I
ability
only
to
died
reload
100 times on the first day. Come on, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And the best part is because we can reload the play fields, and hopefully without the bug that I've been having where it actually messes everything up. But it should be able to reload the ammos, put the resources back, the POIs back where they were. We can actually tear down all the POIs now without worrying about drone waves stopping or not having anything left to do on the planet. So once we take them all out, we'll reset the play field and everybody can go back to having a nightmarish, hellish fun.
Well, as of the release candidate 2, POIs regenerate, so you can just set your drone base on the planet to regenerate after after so much time, and it doesn't matter who went and raided it, it'll just pop back, and you'll start having drone waves again.
Which I love that aspect. The one thing we got to test though is I don't know if it works for the CV patrol ship though. It might regenerate the base, but it might not bring the CV ship back.
Well, the one we shot
Right.
out the
Yeah.
other day hasn't come back.
Yeah, the one shot down on my planet hasn't come back either.
As it were.
Osmakar, actually, we have quite a bit of tutorial videos and stuff like that. If you want to go check out my channel, we have. I did a SV build called a Hammerhead. I did it step per step, so it's actually 4 videos long. But you can gladly fast forward, skip different parts just to see how to put things together, how the engines and stuff work, and things like that. Tanks, check out. What is it? I can't even remember. The Stalker tank. I did a build for that one. Shows you guys the best way to build a tank for PvP and PvE. It's a mix of both on the way I did that build. So it's very, very good for PvE for an all-around tank, and PvP it handles itself well too. So it depends on what type you're playing on. But how do you designate a capital ship? As you hit the P, you go to the P menu while you're on the ship, bottom right-hand corner down there. You'll see that there's a little tab. You can actually hit the tab thing. It should say private or public to start with. Private. It says private to start with. You click on it, it'll say private or public. Now, in order to get it into a faction, you have to first create the faction by going to the Factions tab and create a new faction. And then it'll give you the choice in that drop-down menu to put it in a faction as well. I hope that helps, bud. If not, you can always go back and enjoy some of the episodes of the videos, and you'll catch on. They're quite a bit of fun. They're hilarious, and you'll enjoy some of them.
Right? But there's ins and outs of making a tank on Empyrean too. Like you can't just go to World of Tanks and say, I'm going to put that in the game, because there's a good chance it may not work exactly the way you want it to.
Well, see, I have a buddy of mine who's in the U.S. Navy, and he actually has worked on tanks too. And he came in and redesigned and rebuilt tanks from different eras, and every one of them just got annihilated.
That's one of the big things, I suppose, with Imperium, because there's two ways of playing. But the
That one's
beautiful way.
mine. You can feel free to come over to our community on Steam. I'll get you the link for that, and you can see the different channels of all of our YouTubers and check out all the channels. Some of them have tutorials, guides, everything you could ever dream of.
And some are just random idiots running around doing POI smashes, like mine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we have
Ooh,
our days where we all just get together and just annihilate things just for the heck of it. I'm tired of building. But there's a link to the community. Feel free to jump over there. And if you want to, you can also send me a friend invite on Steam, and I'll give you an invite to the community, and you can have access to the forums and everything, and you can chit-chat with the guys and get your questions answered.
Yeah, we're a friendly bunch of people. Honest.
Closely we are friendly, yeah.
Well, our biggest thing is especially with us YouTubers, is to inspire the creativity and everything for everyone else.
And some that aren't.
Yep, his YouTube icon is a shield. It's
Actually my family crest.
Yep.
Actually, I actually had a relative of mine find me because he actually saw that shield on there. And his first question to me is, "Are you a Kirkpatrick?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." He's like, "Oh, damn, so am I. I was wondering why you had my family crest on there and our family motto." I actually found a distant relative I never even knew about.
What do you found, dude?
Welcome to the power of the internet.
I had 985 an hour ago. What happened?
YouTube.
I do love the fact that the community is, well, apart from being really friendly, it's one of the friendliest communities I've ever been involved with. But it's global because there's some of us here from England. There's a large contingent of you guys from America. We've got people from all over the world here, and it's just a nice place to be. And there's always somebody logging on at all times. There's always someone to talk to or get advice from. Anything really.
Our whole community is based around the fact that I got tired of all the hassles and dealing with servers that only have people on during the daytime, or they only have them on during the nighttime. So my whole goal was to set up a server. We have people around the clock. We have people from all over the world, including Australia, that play on our server. So there's people from every time zone. So nobody's ever completely alone, except Red Spec Gaming. His name on YouTube, his actual YouTube name is Red Specs Gaming, but he goes by Jekyll. He comes on early mornings, and he's actually all alone for like the hour that he's on before he goes to work.
Yeah, poor bugger.
But other than that, yeah, we have people around the clock, which I'm very proud of. We're over 207 members strong in our community, and it's an invite community only. So we're very picky about who we let in. Most people don't last very long if they don't, they're griefers or they're hackers or they're just here to be a nuisance or cause problems. Yeah, douchebag. We make them leave. Simple as that. We've had our share of people join the community and find out they just don't fit in because all they want to do is just PvP and grief people for no reason. But that's not how it works on our server. We actually have fun when we actually battle in space. If you take like we'll have these epic space battles, which you can see on the YouTube channel as well, where we actually had a massive space battle between the pirates while the military police was doing a trade mission with the freelancers at the time. The pirates came in and attacked us. We had a blast doing it too. It was amazing, even though we had a few stutters and lag because of the amount of weapons fire at the time.
We also do fun things where we do like the pirate ship battles where we got those
oh yeah, that was incredible.
the ships and flew around firing only cannons.
That took a while as well.
Yeah, cannons, not that effective.
Oh, we do have
Well, you need
limitations
more.
on the amount of guns and stuff we have on
it
ships.
worked better when you actually had them all turned on too.
Yeah.
So
much
there
easier.
is, you can build ships that are like that when people see it, like I did. I built one called the Valhalla. It's the most ridiculously biggest ship ever built in Imperion. and you don't want to fight it. But we did a funny video with the Valhalla versus the Grendel, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun to do.
The Valhalla's not
I-
that scary.
I would just like to point out that you were on the not receiving end, where it wasn't scary for you. May have been a little different story for me.
Half your guns weren't firing for a
I
start,
know.
Dream.
Damn guns weren't firing anyway, stupid server. Nah.
I still remember flying one of my little ships out of my capital ship, and then just sitting in space like, where'd my ship go?
Yeah.
Because I forgot that I had it on private and not in faction.
Yep.
I've done that too.
Chase with his CV when he came in. Got to put his CV onto
His faction, yeah.
yeah.
Touring you all in it.
That was an impressive light show.
You know, what I really enjoy about Empyrean is that there really is no limit to how you can build. Well, on our server, there's no limit, I should say. So if you could dream it, you can build it. The only difference, like I said, is we do have limitations on how many turrets you can have and stuff like that. But that's more for lag issue and balance reasons and stuff like that. We don't want flying bricks of guns around our server. We don't allow it, period. It's just disgusting.
There's a
I see
glitch, you'll get wiped.
If I see a flying cube flying around my server, it usually ends up with the person sitting there in his cockpit seat trying to say, I swear I had a ship attached to my cockpit.
Unless it's a ball cube.
That's debatable.
Cubes make poof.
I was going to make a whole bunch of Rubik's Cubes just to annoy you there, Wolf. And
I know.
Minecraft heads.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Now, one thing that I do wish I could change in the in the building aspect of Empyrean is I would personally take it off the grid system and put it on a face system. So if you put a 45-degree angle, you could put a block on that 45-degree angle, and then that block would be oriented 45 degrees to the rest of the ship.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
that
I
makes
agree with that.
I think that slightly went 45 degrees over my head. I guess I'm not all there today, guys.
45 degree too much.
But let me give you guys some details about our server and our community and how things work. Like I said, our community is an invite community only. We don't say no to anyone, except for if you're underage, of course. If you're under the age of 18, we do have certain guidelines that have to be met before we allow somebody to join us that's under the age of 18. We are an adult community. There are discussions that happen, especially in the late night hours, that we don't need people's parents coming and saying, I can't believe you. I'm like, no, I don't think so. You know, I'm a daddy. You know, I got 4 kids myself. My son's sitting behind me while we're talking about all this. He's laughing his butt off.
My
By the
kid
way,
learned a couple new words today, and I'm not.
Thank you,
I'm
Oz
not too
McCarr,
happy.
for a few of your language words you put in that text chat that got my son giggling over here. But other than that, we usually don't say no to anybody. Everybody's more than welcome, except for, like I said, if we find out somebody joins us just to be a griefer or a douchebag altogether, we usually ask them to leave politely first. Because we're here to have fun, we're here to enjoy ourselves, be creative, make great content videos the best we can for people to enjoy, and we don't need that mucked up by anyone here that's just here to cause problems. So if you feel like if you're that kind of person that just wants to have fun, enjoy yourself, you're more than welcome to come over and join us. Just send me or Magic Slayer an invite on Steam. It's Magic Slayer, even though his Twitch stream is Magic Sensei.
Senshi.
Senshi, whatever.
English lessons again.
Because somebody took Magic Slayer. Now, I've been Magic Slayer for almost 20 years, and somebody's like, hey, Magic Slayer, that sounds good. And it's like, yeah, it sounds good. I did it. I made it. It's mine. I'm still bitter about that.
Don't worry about being from England, mate.
Come to this awesome game. We show you everything.
We are very noob friendly. We have a lot of people who actually started off their first day of ever playing Empyrean with us, and they're still with us playing and having a blast. So like I said, any of you guys that want to join us, even if you didn't even speak in the chat, feel free to send us a message on Steam and invite us a friend, and we'll get you an invite to the community and get you going.
If you enjoy Imperium, you will be on the list.
And the best thing about us is we don't just have servers for Imperium. We have Ark Survival involved with both the maps Scorched Earth linked and clustered into the island, which is free to play by anyone in the community. Go and use that all you want. Same with the TeamSpeak. We own our TeamSpeak servers and our TeamSpeak, so anyone can come in and use the TeamSpeak like a telephone if they need to, because they've got to pay their cell phone bill and they need to call their mommy. I understand, it's happened. The one thing about our other servers, for the Imperion server and the 7 Days to Die server, is we rent those servers. Every one of us pays $12 a year for our slots. I pay for the server, everyone else pays for the slots. And like I said, it's only $12 a year. I didn't say a month. I don't want your money. It literally is $1 a month, just so that way you can pay for your slot and we can keep it up and running. I'm a stay-at-home dad now. I'm retired. I don't make money. So I can't afford, I'm not rich, to pay for everybody. But it's worth it. Trust me. We have a lot of fun.
Well, we all know you're rolling in it.
Yeah, I wish. I would love to be making enough money on YouTube at least, just so my wife could stay home from work. That would be awesome. We do have donation links for anyone out there who wants to help support our community, even if you're a part of the community as well. I even set up a Patreon page just yesterday too. We also have a tip page, and inside the discussion forums on the community page, there's also a donation link there for a direct donations, so that way you don't lose any of the donation money to the community. If you want to send us $10, you actually will send $10. Use Patreon. They take like 10% of it. That's why I don't even like Patreon, but it's there.
Yeah, I understand about that student and money thing.
We
Money,
do
what's
work
that?
with people about the server slots. If you actually have money issues, so all you got to do is just talk to me about it first. And we have some people that'll even sponsor other people to have slots on the server, and I'll just get in touch with them, and if there's still some of them are still willing to do it, we can pop in slots for people. That's not an issue. We just got to talk about it first, is all. We don't turn anyone away just because they have financial problems. Like I said, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I know all about money being a problem. I mean, heck, all I do is hang out with these guys all day and run servers for them. I understand. They suck the life out of my freaking wallet.
Yeah, whatever.
And on the topic of money, I do have a campaign on GoFundMe going right now. It's to expand my content, but to also offer a new service to those in our community and those viewers who have creations on certain games that they would like to actually hold a physical copy of. So you build an awesome ship in Imperion, and you want that ship to play with.
Put on your dresser or on your mantle.
Oh yeah, put on your desk. I have the knowledge that I need to do that. I just need the equipment, and that's where the money comes in. The GoFundMe, go check that out. It's we'll put a link in the description, right, Wolf?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'll definitely make sure it's in the description on my video, and that way you guys can have access to it.
You can even just link the video that links to it, because it's the same video that I have on the GoFundMe that links to the GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's what he's on about, Osmaka.
Yep,
Trying to
3D
get
printing.
3D printing of the ships from the game or other games, etc., etc.
Yep, there's a specific 3D printer I'm trying to get. It's called the Form 2, and it's an SLA printer. It's a stereolithography apparatus, which takes and shoots a laser in this vat of goo and solidifies it, so when it pulls it up, it's a full 3D print, but it has such a level of detail that there's no finish work. Like, it's if you've ever played Warhammer 40K, that's what they use to make their prototype models before they send it to become molded for the for the what is that? It's pressure molds, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that sounds really nice.
But definitely on that, I'll definitely have a link inside the YouTube videos as well for you guys to actually be able to get to his GoFundMe page. so we can actually get that 3D printer going. One thing that I will be doing in the future when it comes to when he finally gets that machine is I will be setting up a website that people can go to and actually place orders in for that kind of stuff to be done, just so that way Magic can get it done. And there will be no questions about prices or what it would cost to do it and everything. It'll all be right there and easy to do. And it'll be awesome. I can't wait for it. I mean, I got stuff that I had to have made myself now.
Yep,
Like
yep.
when I finish that Valkyrie, when it's complete, I want that.
Oh yeah, that'd
When
be
it's,
cute.
when it's finished, yeah.
That
Take
that
a
I may
while,
have to actually print in sections and then combine it.
This is just a large one.
Just think of the postage. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, injection molds. That's what I was thinking of, the injection molding.
And when it comes to the YouTube channels, guys, when you guys have any ideas or anything, topics you want to bring up out of our weekly blogs here, feel free to ask us. Feel free to comment in the videos and let us know that you wanted to bring this topic up, and we'll definitely discuss things inside the next weekly blog about any ideas that you guys come up with. Maybe you guys have an idea for an event that we could do for a week, and we could probably put it together and do it, and we could discuss it during the blog, which I think would be awesome. So feel free to jump in anytime, guys, and let us know what you think, your ideas, your topics.
Send us some challenges. Building challenges as well.
Yeah, definitely give them some challenges. We have no limits.
Wally's
If you
getting
can
bored.
think of it, we could build it. And if we can't, we'll have you come on the server and do it your damn self.
Oh, you can't. Oh, okay.
Oh, Romania. Oh, Osbekar. There's lots and lots of gunfire in this game.
Right?
Usually in the back of someone's head. When they're not looking.
But when it comes to the normal gameplay series, guys, bear in mind that we have been working a lot on the movie. We've gotten over 50% of it finished and complete now. We just got a few more scenes to cut and shoot, and we'll actually be able to release the movie when 6.0 drops. Hopefully, we'll actually have it finished by then. So we got a lot going on. That's the reason why we haven't had our normal daily in-server gameplay, seeing what's been going on with each faction, the trade runs, and all that stuff, is because we've been working our butts off when it comes to the new map, the new planets, the new play styles, the new rules, the movie. I mean, you name it. There's just so much to do, and there's just so much we've been working our butts off for, because we want to make sure you guys enjoy this movie. And when it comes to our new season at 6.0, we want to make sure you guys enjoy the series that we put out for each channel. So we got to make sure that gameplay is there and that it fits in on the server too. And that we also have a lot of fun. That's the whole point of this, is that we enjoy doing it. We want to enjoy what we're doing. So we got to make sure it's enjoyable for every play style as well. I mean, we have the Freelancer faction. They are more of a PvE style with PvP involved when it comes to them being attacked by pirates and raiders. And then we have the more hardcore PvP style, which is the Space Nomads. They can only live in space. They don't live on planets. The only bases they're allowed to have is their mining facilities, and they can't even stay on them. Then you got the standard gameplay style for PvP, which is the military police faction. They do a bit of both PvE, PvP. They do mostly building, mining, patrolling, a little bit of role play here and there, and stuff like that. And then you got the hardcore PvP players, which are the pirates. And now the mercenaries, which is a new faction that will be coming out in the new season. As soon as 6.0 comes out, when we set up the server and we go out, we get the mercenary faction jumping in. The lead guy for the mercenary faction is actually the inverted cow, so everything will be built upside down.
Oh,
Hey! I am not upside down. The entire universe is upside down. I'm right side up. Get it right.
Now the kicker about the new mercenary faction is they can't do anything unless they're paid for it. So they're going to be paid by other factions to do anything. So one faction could, let's say the freelancers could pay them to go in and attack one of the military police vessels just to piss them off, and they can go do that. They could pay the pirates could pay the mercenaries to go and raid one of the mining facilities from the freelancers and steal all their ore and give it to them, as long as they're paid for it.
Or vice versa, they can pay us to defend said properties.
Exactly. So unless they're paid, they're not doing anything except building, mining, and doing their own thing. Now, the mercenary faction and the military police faction are at war. There is no peace between these two factions at any given time. So if these two factions come across each other in space, they're fighting. There's no not. They're going to be fighting each other, period, every single time. So there's always going to be something interesting going on between the military police faction and the Merc faction from this point on. The pirate faction, like I said, is going to be awesome. They have their all PvP. They're always raiding, stealing. For instance, if they come across one of the freelancer ships, space nomad ships, military ships mining out in space, they can go and disable it and steal their cargo and everything that they've got out of it and leave the ship derelict in space.
When we say factions, we mean starting groups. You can have your own individual faction within that starter group. Say, like you can be a pirate and have, and this we actually did, have a faction called Gas and Guns. You're still pirates, but you're in the faction of Gas and Guns.
But Magic just ran past a mushroom.
I just passed the mushroom?
Yes,
The only faction that doesn't have separate factions is the military police faction. They're a community-based faction. There's only one faction, but all the other factions have other factions. What I mean by factions is the origin start. So if you start on the one planet, you're starting on the military police side. Then you're in the military police, and you're in the military police faction. There's only one. But if you start in the pirate side of things, for instance, you start in their home world, you're a pirate. You're a full-time pirate, but you could start your own faction or join up with one of the other factions. Same with all the other ones except for the mercenary faction. They can only have one faction as well. So that's why the military police and the merc factions are set up that way. It's because they're always at war with each other. They have to have only one faction. But you know what? I might actually... We need to talk about that. We'll probably do that in the next week's blog, is discuss the merc faction having more than one faction in it or not. Because if we could have more than one merc faction, that would make things interesting.
I have ideas for
Poisonous
that.
point, Magic. Poisonous point.
But it's based on the way I want to set up the faction to begin with.
Well, we'll definitely discuss that and bring that up in the next week's blog for sure.
Magic, you're dying.
The only place
Yeah.
for peace is my shipyard.
There is one playfield, yes. It's called Wallenstein's Shipwright. Excuse me. It is the only PvE playfield in the entire server.
Yeah.
No normal gameplay takes place there whatsoever. It is literally a build yard for Wallenstein only. No one else is allowed to join the faction or anything. This is his playfield to make his massive, beautiful creations that he does. And then we will be doing weekly showcases on everything that he builds there starting in the next season. So make sure you guys stick around and catch those out, because these ships are just amazing this guy builds. That's the reason why this guy has earned his place to have his own playfield on our server. It's just because all he does is build, and he builds the most amazing things. It's just incredible.
Beautiful, beautiful ships.
In order
Thank you.
to
Apart from the cheap ones.
Thank you.
One thing that we do on the server is, like I said, it's a shipwright. It's a shipyard. That's where you go and buy and sell your ships. You go to him, sell your resources to him. You can sell your ship and buy a new ship that he designed and built from him, and it's all based on the price of what the in-game prices are now. That I'm actually going to be using the developer side of prices, because they're worse than the ones that I did, and everybody complained about them. So, you know what? We're going to go with the vanilla standard sell prices. So you can actually go and sell your ships and buy new ships, or you can pay Wallenstein to build you a ship, and you can have him build it to your design too if you wanted to. There's no blueprints on our server whatsoever anymore. You can blueprint your stuff so that when you have it in your library, you don't lose it. But in order to get your ship back if it got blown up, you'd actually have to go to Wallenstein and buy it. We actually do have an economy set up on our server, so you want to buy and trade and sell and have yourself what I call a slushy fund. That slushy fund is what is used to replace anything you lose. So if you lost your base, your ship, and everything, and you made sure you had the funds, you could just go to Wallenstein and buy it all back. So there is no getting reset to one unless you didn't buy and sell and trade and make some money.
Slushies.
But I hate to say it, that's all the time we got for this week. We have been here for an hour, and I'm not going to go over that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this weekly blog, and if it becomes something you guys like and enjoy, we'll definitely be doing it every week on Monday at noon Eastern Time. We will be going live on Twitch. We'll probably have it set up so it's on Magic Senshi's channel. And Lord Jericho's, if he's around, he'll be able to Twitch it as well. And if you missed the live streams, you can catch them on the YouTube channels. I will definitely be having it out every Monday right afterwards, but it probably won't come out until about 3 p.m. Eastern time, depending on how long it takes to upload this thing. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys will be back next week. So remember to play harder, game harder, and until next time, take it easy.
Good day, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Ta-da!
They took away my suicide button. I can't just commit suicide to get rid of poison.
Nope.
Nope.
If I was there, I would
Take your helmet off and just breathe deeply.
Yeah.
I'm on an oxygenated planet.
Very deeply.
Doing water.
Oh well, then in that
Look,
case,
swim.
bend over. You're not dying.
Don't find a generator.
All right, guys. Osmakar, keep checking this channel. I'll do daily streams at 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. What is that in England?
What? 9/11 your time?
Yeah.
9 o'clock, England, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock, 2 p.m.
So 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. your time. I'm doing live streams of Empyrean. So, Empyrean, 7 Days to Die, whatever game that I decide or load up in my my thing. I'll post it before I do. Like I'll put Empyrean tomorrow, or if I change it up, 7 Days to Die tomorrow, that kind of thing. So.
Good first podcast, guys.
Yay.
But
Yay.
if you would like to actually try and join the server and join the community, like I said, just shoot me a friend invite on Steam. Same name, same avatar, can't miss me, and I'll get you set up and we'll get you in TeamSpeak and we'll talk about things.
Hey, Wolf, got a question.
Yeah. Washington time. Yeah.
What's up, Jericho?
Standard.
Does Warstand go on my list or not?
Just not.
What?
Does Warstand go on my list or not?
No.
Well, Washington D.C., not Washington State. All right, I'm gonna end the live stream, guys.
On what list, Jericho?
The list I get to shoot people.
On the friends list, or what you mean?
No, you're my friends list. I mean, the list I get to shoot people on Imperial.
He has a list.
The list.
No, you have only shoot me one time.
All right, see you tomorrow.